this.
I never get tired of this. Making Angel Soft strong and soft. It's like.
Let's see.
Alrighty then, it's time to twist your brain one more time. 9 riddles only people with high IQs can solve. Maybe someday
I feel like I'm
we'll
pretty
do
smart,
riddles
so
for dummies.
let's see.
But for now, are you ready for a new portion of mind-blowing riddles to solve, which you'll need to apply all your logic and detective skills? That's a tough challenge, but if you're up to it, let's start. After each riddle, you'll have 20 seconds to find a solution. However, if you need more time, don't be too shy. Simply pause the video.
Bad. I was worried about that.
Alright, riddle number 1. Your task is the following. Empty 1 jar of milk and 1 jar of water into a bowl. Oh wait, you couldn't think this would be that simple. There are several conditions. You must be able to differentiate between the milk and the water. You can separate the milk from the water. And finally, you aren't allowed to use any kinds of dividers to keep these two liquids apart. Wow, that's a task even Cinderella didn't have to deal with. Will you be able to figure out how to separate the inseparable? 20 seconds for you to do this.
You just poured that bottle in that bowl and that bottle in that bowl. That's it. All right. What else could you possibly do in this situation?
In fact, all you need to do is to pour the water into the bowl first and freeze it. Then after that, just add the milk. And then you have milk on the rocks.
I was kind of
Riddle
close.
number 2. There's a magician famous for the tricks he performs. One of such tricks is staying under the water for 10 minutes. However, one day, John Smart challenges the magician, saying that he will stay under the water for 2 minutes longer. To say that the magician is surprised is to say nothing. He accepts the bet and promises John to give him $5,000 if he does beat the record. All in
Okay.
all, John wins and gets his money. How does he manage to do this? Do you think that John could be practicing not to breathe underwater since childhood? Or perhaps he's an amphibian? What's your idea? You have 20 seconds to make up your mind.
John is scuba diving. Like, he got scuba gear. Stay under 2 minutes on. Yeah, stay on, with the scuba gear.
Well, to tell you the truth, John was cheating just a bit. He took a glass, filled it with water, and held it over his head for 12 minutes.
I would have.
Yep. Always read the fine
would've
print
been
on
fighting.
the contracts you sign.
I would have had to jump up. Okay.
Riddle number 3. Sam Princeton is so unhappy with his life, so frustrated with his boss picking at him, and so angry with himself for being too weak to leave his job and start a new life, that he shoots himself right between his eyes in the bathroom. The bullets are real. The revolver is real as well.
Oh, I know this one.
However,
I bet I know this
in
one.
just a second, Sam goes out of the bathroom alive and unharmed. How is it possible? That's not a piece of cake. Or perhaps you've already figured it out.
He shot
If
him.
not,
He shot him
you
like
still have
he
20
pointed
seconds to
the
use.
gun at the mirror. He shot himself. So like he didn't point it at his physical head. He was looking in the mirror with the gun. I bet that's what it is. It's gotta be that. That's the only thing it could be. Right?
The thing is that Sam didn't shoot at his real self. He shot his reflection in the
I'm
mirror.
smart. You no,
Riddle
that's
number
fine.
4. In the city where people are keen on brain teasers and riddles, 4% of people don't list their phone numbers. So, if we select 40 random people from the phone directory, how many of them will have unlisted numbers? Oops, seems you'll have to apply some knowledge of mathematics here. 20 seconds to refresh everything you've ever learned.
If we select 40 random people from the phone directory, how many of them have unlisted numbers? And it's 4% of 40? Like 8? If this wrong, I'm cutting this part out. Y'all will never see it.
The answer may make you indignant. You've opened your math school books after all, but it's 0%. If the numbers of these 40 people are in the phone directory, they are already listed by default.
Get energized
Y'all
at Planet
some
Fitness. Join for
hoes.
$1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Ends January 12th.
Real deal.
Some days, you just
Real
need it.
deal spill. Holy
It could be a
feel.
memory
What?
or a feeling. Comfort. It all starts with Snuggle.
Riddle number 5. You have 7 guests at your birthday party, and you've got to figure out how to cut your round birthday cake only 3 times to make 8 equal-sized slices. 7 for your guests and 1 for you, of course. Time's a-ticking, and your guests are waiting for their cake, so get going.
3 slices. Yeah. Dunk, 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 like that.
Answer?
But that might not be equal.
Well, first off, you have to cut vertically right down the middle of the cake to make 2 equal pieces.
Yeah?
Do the same thing, but this time horizontally to make 4
Yeah,
slices.
that's what I said.
Your third and final cut should be laterally across the cake, which will quickly turn your 4 slices into 8.
I ain't
So
said
how'd
that.
you do on this one? No worries.
I ain't
We
said
still
that
got
at all.
tons more.
Bro, I might be slow. Oh my gosh.
Riddle number 6. A blind man had been dreaming of being able to see again for many years. This had been his biggest wish. After some time, his doctor confirmed that he could have an operation that would solve his problem. The man couldn't be happier. The surgery went well, and the man took the train to go home. The doctor allowed him to take his bandages off 3 hours after the operation. So the man was so impatient that he did this while still on the train. But as soon as he finished, he committed a suicide jumping off the train. His operation was successful, so why did he do this? 20 seconds for you to solve this mystery.
All right, bet. So the reason he did this is because the doctor solved his problem of seeing his dreams, not actually being able to physically see. And so the man, he saw that, and then he was like, man, I can't even dream no more either. And then he just,
Why could a man whose dream has come true kill himself? In fact, it was a tragic coincidence. When the man opened his bandages, the train was going through a dark tunnel. That's why the man thought he was still blind and killed himself. Riddle number 7.
damn. I mean,
Your
I had a
friend
piece
asks
of
you
it.
for a favor,
right?
And gives you $5 asking you to buy something to eat, something to drink, something to feed his cow with, and something to plant in his garden. At the same time, you're allowed to buy just one thing. What are you going to buy? To eat, to drink, to feed the cow, and to plant? Wow, doesn't your friend think that's a little bit too much? Do you know the solution to his riddle? If not yet, you still have 20 seconds.
To eat, to drink, to feed his cow, and to plant. Carrot? A carrot? Because, like, you could juice it, make juice, you can eat it, you can feed a carrot to a cow. Cows eat carrots, right? You can just buy a carrot, right?
You can go and buy a watermelon. You can eat it, You can drink it. You can feed the cow
I
with
mean,
the rinds.
I had
and
like
as
the
for
same
the watermelon
thought
seeds, you can easily
process,
plant them
honestly.
in the garden.
It's like you could do all that with the
Riddle number 8. Once a
carrot.
king sentenced a man to death for a crime he had committed. However, the king was a kind man, so he allowed the man to choose the way he would prefer to die. But the man was clever and managed to say something that saved him from the capital punishment. Which death did he choose? You have only 20 seconds to figure it out. But if you need more time, don't forget, you can pause the video.
If he's smart, he would have chose death when he was old, peaceful in his sleep. He probably chose not to die. That's what I would choose. No death. How about that?
Well, being a clever man, the culprit chose to die of old age.
I be
Riddle number 9.
thinking.
2 men are standing on the edge of an abyss on a wood board. One of them is holding a gun and wants to shoot the other one. But if the second guy falls down, the first one will fall into the abyss. Is there a possible way for one of them to survive? Who will actually die? 20 seconds for you to solve this dilemma.
Yeah, the nigga in the red shirt. That's the only one who can survive. So I'm just gonna swoop. Bye, nigga. Or jump off.
In fact,
You know
the
how
thing is
mad
that
I would
the
be
answers to this riddle
if
are
that
too diverse,
tackled
and
me.
everyone just thinks differently. So, what is your idea? We hate to leave you hanging over the abyss, but hey, it's what we do sometimes.
Yo,
Share
corny
your guesses with us in the
son
comments.
of a.
Also
Shut your
tell us which
mouths.
riddle made you think longer than others, and if there was a super tough one you didn't manage to solve. Share this video with
I
those
think
of
I
you
got
friends
like 3
who
out
like
of
riddles and
3 out of
mysteries as
9.
much as you
I mean,
do.
no, I got
Remember
like
to
5
press
out
the
of
like
9.
button and click subscribe. This way, you'll make sure that you have.
I feel like I did pretty well on there. So, you know. But yeah, that was another video. Nine riddles only people with high IQ can solve, and I solved most of them. So you know what that means. You're gonna be out here thinking. You feel me? Sometimes I do. My mama said I ain't got no common sense though. I probably shouldn't have said that.